This is what QA looks like.
This is a place that the team can put up sticky notes as they find bugs, problems, any issues with the game at all. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this board at the end of the day is not full.
And if you're wondering, yes, you should go to the Steam page for Part of the Dungeon and click Wishlist.
This week, we're holding a big quality assurance QA playtest with the entire team. In the next couple of weeks, we want to take Part of the Dungeon into soft launch, and what that means is trying to find as many bugs as possible before the game launches, so that way, ideally, players have the best experience possible when they first pick up our game. Now, if you haven't been here before, Part of the Dungeon is a puzzling golf adventure. There's an entire devlog series about it. Check in our playlists. You can watch the entire development from the very start to this video today. So with soft launch on the horizon, we need to put this game to the test and try and break the game as much as possible. We obviously test the game a lot during development, but there's a difference between testing the game as a normal player and actually trying to actively break things as much as possible and kind of play against the game's mechanics. But when you launch a game, inevitably players try all of the most obscure ways to play your game, so it's better that we try those things now and try and catch a lot of those bugs and issues preemptively. So this video is going to be a mismatch of the entire team testing the game in all kinds of comical ways, and there's some interesting results that come out of this. Enjoy.
I never looked, but I intended the froggy suit to be the world reward for that. The Santa Sorcerer was made before you did a wizard thing. So yes, it does work. But I think the froggy suit's funny.
Froggy suit is funny.
So the bug is we never made a frog.
Yes.
I'm just saying, if you want people to spend money, I'll spend money on frog suit. I'll spend money on old wizard hat.
That's the bug, the logic of spending money not on a frog suit. Is it ill thought through?
The bug is in.
Jesse got time, right? Yeah. Concept's there.
We'll probably make a frog suit by the end of the day.
know. So funny story. I had the biggest bug of all, which was OBS not recording.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, OBS.
Yeah, it recorded the main menu screen for some reason, and only that. So
Oh, yeah,
now
Joe had an issue like that.
Yeah, so now we're on display capture, and I'm trying to recreate my bugs. that I
Oh,
found.
no.
I had a fun one where you could get a little magical square that would appear when swapping between your grappling hook really quickly.
Oh.
I don't know how to make it come back.
Do it!
It's lost time. Oh, there it is.
What?
The square.
Oh.
See?
Well done, Jess. That's incredible.
It's always right there. So,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
We have to know what happens when you hit 100.
Are you? I really want to
Did
know.
Ben account for people getting 100 moves?
He's
He's not even looking over. He's confident.
I want to see the scorecard of 100. I don't think you ever tried. We never attempted triple digits on a scorecard.
True.
That's why I wanted to.
If it's working properly, it'll be smaller text. It should not clip out of the box.
It will not go smaller.
Well, anyway.
Do 100.
What, huh?
Okay, 100 works.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Not
That was good. I
So
might
long-
have to.
well, that's on like the perfect resolution. You like play on like 56 by 12.
As long as it doesn't go to, 1,000
What
moves.
if I get 1,000? Oh, that's yuck.
Sure, there's probably like a way you can just like type that in and like usually instead of
Yeah,
like,
see, instead of doing
Thank you for your efforts, Caitlin, and, moving 100 moves.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I'll change that.
What screen resolution were you in?
Overflow.
Oh, the 5 was just bigger than Caitlin's 1.
Yeah. All that effort gone to waste.
Did you love when you catch them live?
we also don't have native 4K support. Now, where's the ultra wide?
You know it's never a good sign when we're 30 minutes in and you haven't left the options menus.
I was prepared for this.
The hero we need, but not the hero we deserve.
I already want to know.
Caitlin, have you seen this pile of sticky notes?
I don't know what I'm missing.
You got auto pixelation on the sidebar. Once you
What?
see it, you can't see it.
Wait.
See? Look closely. There's pixels.
What? That's
It is one of
dust
those.
on your screen.
No, look at it. I'm not lying. Do you see them? The pixels?
Oh!
Yeah,
Wow. There's
There's like
pixels. Yes,
Yeah.
there's like little like bars.
Yeah. I know the camera's gonna pick it up.
Huh? Oh, there are bars.
I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Whether or not that ever gets fixed, I don't know. The fact that Caitlin had to like go up face to face with my 4K monitor to see it.
It's the colors are so like I don't know if this is even it's probably not the monitor because it's not present here. But like I only see it up here in this tab.
It's not worth going over for Josh.
Can you spot the pixels?
You can't see it from there, you have to like, be right next to it.
Josh is saying
You see this weird like pixelations? These are weird like
Getting closer, Josh.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just a compression artifact.
yeah, I assume.
Don't act like you just saw them immediately.
No, it's the it's the acne, like the compression acne. I don't know if that's actually what it's called.
It's definitely what it needs to be wrote down as though.
I just wrote pixels.
Compression
Yeah.
acne.
It's a lot of this is so I would deal with myself, so don't worry about it. But I'm almost through all the screens, so you know.
Christian has opted for what resolution?
320 by 200. Still works.
Gotta test everything, you know?
I'm just trying to jump on absolutely everything.
I really appreciate that because I spent a lot of time setting zones, and so did Zach, so you wouldn't be able to, hopefully. I say that now, and like, while you're here, you're gonna be able to jump on something you shouldn't be allowed to.
All right, now that we've covered certain bugs in depth, let's do a rapid fire and we can show you some of the more odd things that we found and some of the more niche bugs that just a little bit easier to do in a rapid fire session. Let's go.
So this first bug was found by Ben, and it highlights one of the issues we ran into with the sword attack. You can actually get up on top of these edges because of the bounding, and what that allows you to do is get on top of the platforms and actually launch yourself out of the level bounds. This second bug was found and reported by a bunch of people. When we introduced grapple hooks, it basically created a plethora of issues for players being able to escape the level. Grappling hooks are really fun to use, and you just kind of want to shoot them at everything. So whenever you get a positive target, you just kind of fire, and that proves some holes in the levels. Bug 3, enemy train clipping through the ground here. This was fixed previously, and change to the model got offset, so we actually get some clipping here. It's nice when bugs are this obvious. This laser glitch, number 4, Camilla found, and this is a complete anomaly here. This is some good testing. If you fire the laser beam through this back of this train car, you'd actually get the train car to highlight, and the UI would just disappear. So that's a niche one. Bug 5, floating enemies. This stuff was a result of the way our enemies were being handled. If you hit them kind of in the middle and 2 die at the same time, you end up with a floating head here. Bug 6, skipping over 1 tile of water. This is actually a much bigger issue than it may seem. The puzzles are built around very specific solutions, and when you can bypass water by going fast enough over a tile of water, it actually causes an unexpected amount of problems. Bug 7, arrow collision issue. There was just sometimes arrows were not being detected on enemies. Small thing, but definitely a very important one to fix up. And lastly, bug 8, the top of the wires are just exposed on these squishers. Just a visual problem that we want to make sure we clean up. All right, so as you all saw in the opening video section, there's quite a few bugs here that got listed, and I just thought it'd be fun to zoom in on a few of them just to give you an idea of the different things that we're jotting down when we're doing this full review. So sometimes they're just visual issues like this, World 1 Course 2 Hole 2, floor tile alignment is out. Basically, it just means we're seeing little black lines hovering in between the 2 metric tiles that we build the levels with. So they can be as simple as that. Sometimes they are more specific about being able to reach an inaccessible area. In these cases, we actually use timestamps just to show the person who's going to be fixing the problem where they can look to actually recreate this and how it was done, how the level was actually escaped. And then also we've got this generic section as well that isn't world specific, and this will just kind of be every other type of thing we run into. Something like this, privacy policy not opening,
or it does open, but it opens underneath, not the way you'd expect. The escape key is actually not using the pause menu right now. So any of these kinds of little bugs that people notice when they experience, that's what this whole list that we have actually entails. So they're all jotted down just like that, makes it easy for us to find and very easy to adjust. So in case anyone was curious, that's what's on this board.
Well, thanks for making it this far into the video. If you've made it this far, you might have had on the back of your mind, what is a soft launch? It's something I mentioned at the very beginning of the video. And if you made it this far, I figured I'd give you a quick explanation. So what a soft launch means is it's the chance for us to release part of the dungeon in smaller areas that are representative of wider audiences. When we release the game into soft launch, we typically release in Canada, New Zealand, the Philippines, English-speaking areas or largely English-speaking areas that help communicate how well the game is going to perform in the bigger audience range. So typically you release in Canada to test how you're going to perform in America. It's a very similar demographic, very similar in terms of culture, and it just helps you indicate with Canada how the American audience will receive your game. However, if you don't get the exact monetization right or retention right away, it's a great way to test that out and make changes before you do a broader full launch of the game. So, thanks again for sticking around this far into the video. Hope you liked it, and we'll catch you in the next one.